Good evening. My name is Zion Jordan. I am a student at Texas Southern University, and this is my workshop one video. So, in terms of which current event issue I have selected, it will be the artificial intelligence and its biases issue. But what I specifically wrote is the fact that in order for us to, what I selected was to understand first what AI, what AI biases are and how they occur, and then later on, I will get into how we can eliminate those altogether. So let's get started. So firstly, I am an engineer. I do use AI for a few of I used AI for like projects or assignments in general due to the fact that it is a tool that we can use. So me and my fellow engineering buddies, we do. AI has been used in like certain group projects and whatnot, so we understand how like the ins and outs, um, more so than like the other people, right? So in terms of how artificial intelligence biases start, they well, first things first, it has to do with the fact that somebody has to like program the artificial intelligence to do a certain task and whatnot. So the deal with AI is that they are set to make it they're written with a program, and then later on the AI learns and understands patterns and whatnot, right? So for example, let's say that the person who made the artificial intelligence is racist towards black people. See, so it'll be like, okay, let's make it so that it's gonna have a program and then linking criminal activities to the higher amount of black peoples in different cities, right? You can do that with artificial intelligence. They can calculate and narrow down specific values so you can basically just solve issues and whatnot, or just solve issues. But so we're trying to like narrow down like the amount of black people compared like we're comparing the amount of black people to criminal activity, right? With artificial intelligence, if they have a certain bias towards black people, it would therefore pick up a pattern saying that, hey, the more black people there are in this area later on will receive more criminal activity. And due to that simple programming application that said individual used, that AI will learn that black people are linked to crimes and then apply it to anywhere else. So whenever an AI completes an equation or starts solving problems, the AI's like the problem slash like the equation will be stored into the database for the AI later, which would then allow the AI to basically pick up on the previous input so it can like just basically get like a head start on the next equation. That way it doesn't start from scratch. For example, it's like having the notes for a test, but then you're working off of those notes and they add more to it instead of just it's better to just work off of those current notes you have instead of just erasing all the notes you have and starting from scratch. It's much more convenient that way. But going back to the biases part. So, and then after the linking the black people with more criminal activity, there will be another equation saying, hey, there's three people. There's an Asian, a white person, and a black person. And then all of them are proven innocent, right? However, if you ask an artificial intelligence um, that has previously worked on the last task, which is linking black people to crime rates, the AI will 7 times out of 10 pick the black person. The reason why is because not only the AIs don't have a conscience, contrary to what people believe, right? Um, it's just a set of programming, set of numbers, set of memory. Due to the fact that it remembered the previous task, it would apply that the result of that past task to the current one to basically help it come up with a new, well, not definitive answer, just more like an educated guess. If you understand what I mean. So due to the fact that due to the fact that the last task it successfully linked crime rates to the scale of black people, it'll immediately say 7 times out of 10, hey, the criminal here is a black person, right? There is unintentional biases, which is what I just provided, but there's also intentional biases where a person who, let's say, develops a program and they're just, and then the person that says, let's just make all women like a different value, like worth less more than men, like worth less than men. That is an intentional bias, but which is like a really big issue in terms of artificial intelligence because artificial intelligence is meant to be inclusive where everybody can get their hands on it, if you know what I mean. But that's the that's the bread and butter of understanding how AI works. It takes a series of programming, numbers, memory, data, and then it combines them into like an educated guess that is sometimes right, but it also can be sometimes wrong due to the fact that it's not perfect. It's just a human made creation for us to use as a tool to just make equations, solve things easier. But the way we go about eliminating artificial intelligence bias would be the fact that it has to be specifically inclusive. Everybody, like, it has to be, everybody has to be included in the creation of the AI. So, because this is what Nadim Adibin and Marjanovic reviewed in their article. They said they want to engage the community in developing voluntary consensus based data standards for managing AI bias and reducing the risk of harmful outcomes that it can cause. This right here is important due to the fact that if there is enough bias, then there will be unwanted results towards the biased group of individuals, towards the individuals that will that have well, that are prejudiced upon. Uh, but then this also doesn't apply to AI as well. This is also in general. The same thing can be applied to medicine as well, such as the which was noted by Slack AG Muscal and then Goldman and the by that they AI are tools. The design phase is the ideal moment to embed ethical safeguards to ensure fair outcomes for everybody, for every individual. This makes it so that the AI artificial intelligence can conclude its task whilst making sure everybody is in a safe environment to conclude those tasks for it. We're not asking in terms of artificial intelligence, we're not asking for well, it's not really asking for everybody to just get along and whatnot. Everybody needs to understand that like artificial intelligence is reflection upon humanity's desire of creation, essentially. If there's only one person in the melting pot, if there's only one group of people in the melting pot, inevitably there will be biases, which is understandable. However, the main purpose of AI is to gather data from not just one group of people, but just everybody Indians, Nigerians, black people, white people. The whole point of an artificial intelligence is for it to store data, which everybody gives it to create scenarios and outcomes which are beneficial to all groups of parties. So, long story short, it's due to the fact that the biases start from the very creation process, from the very beginning in the creation process. The programmer is most likely the reason, or the developers is most likely the reason as to why there are biases in artificial intelligence, And the way we can solve that is to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to micromanage each other and achieve that balance to make sure that everybody has a desired outcome. This is my 10 minutes. After this, I will be working on my workshop too. Good evening.